Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Houston Cougars, taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Horned Frogs offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going downfield for the big play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Quarterback will audible. They'll throw again after the incompletion. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense will always try to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Williams. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit, because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
A strike downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll try to slam it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And you just wonder, when is it going to happen for this true freshman? We know he's got so much talent and ability. The coaching staff was so excited about him coming into this season. He hasn't been able to score quite yet this year, but this is the time. This is an opportunity for him to break. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Smith wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him lose it. Even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Pulls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Grabbed over the middle. It's Porter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The official's off. And the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Finds his way for 3 out to the 3rd.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Houston wants to play fast. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking for space. It's Payne. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They get enough rush, and it's...
A loss of
The sack at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Smith dropping to pass. Intercepted. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him short of the... Over on downs. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Looking to throw for it. He finds his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to... 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Discards a man. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well?
He's loose down the middle. Tag! And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way.
Touchdown.
Down Houston. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And just left that pass short.
To the line.
Who's on that one?
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hit as he throws. And the ball is intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on the right. They finally make the stop, and that's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
To the wideout.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They'll leave it with the lone back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To the ground to try to move the chains. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Houston will be forced to punt. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up...
Is incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's... First down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. With jet sweep pass. Inside the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw it again. Got his man quickly. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3 as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. Smith wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your...
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Richardson. Makes the grab. Now,
this slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving. Get a few first downs.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TC. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Sanford. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
He's looking for a man on second down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Houston going up tempo. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Smith dropping to pass. Slips a tackle. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. On first down, here comes this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Oh, gave the defender the business. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here.